Now Jude Shingle with ECAT, Erie Center for Arts and Technology. They got a big student art show coming up this week. Welcome, Jude. It's nice to have you.
Thanks so much for having me here.
Yeah, so tell us about ECAT.
Yeah, so ECAT was founded on the Bill Strickland model, which was kind of developed in Pittsburgh in the 1960s by a gentleman, Bill Strickland. And his idea was environment shapes behavior. So we have two core models in our place. We have adult career training and we have youth after-school arts programs.
Okay.
And so we've been doing that for about 3.5 years now.
It's interesting that you integrated both because they're very separate entities, but both very valuable in a community.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where that umbrella environment shapes behavior comes in. So we renovated the old Wayne School building, so it's gorgeous. There's giant glass windows. There's a water feature. It's very clean. And the idea is when you treat people as assets, when you put them in an environment that is beautiful, they step up to the challenge and they feel like they're respected, and that really kind of makes all our students succeed.
And then the creativity can flow. Talk a little bit about this art show. It's open to the public. It is Thursday from 5 to 6:30. What will we see?
So you're going to see about 45 teenage students in grades 8 through 12 display their art, many of them for the first time. So we have an after-school arts program that is no cost. On Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, any student in Erie County can attend. And we have what's called an open studio model. So we have ceramics, animation, graphic design, photography, music, sewing, painting, animation, all of these things that students can come in and choose the studio that they want to work on. We work for about 4 months, and then they'll display their art at our art show. They can sell their work, and the students are going to take home 90% of that sale. Really? Yes.
That's really neat. And so they'll be there at the art show to kind of explain their work and maybe their creativity and inspiration. So we'll see examples of all those different mediums that you just mentioned?
Yeah, you sure will. It's kind of fantastic because we don't know what the students are going to create ahead of time because it really is their own.
And some of it probably evolves. They probably start in one direction and then it just kind of goes in another.
Yeah, we had a student come in who was really into graphite, did all these beautiful black and white drawings, and all of a sudden seemed to discover color. And now it's just a psychedelic show.
Yeah.
We have a band that started. We didn't, we just had a group of 4 students who were like, wouldn't it be cool to start a band? And they started bringing in instruments. I couldn't tell you where they came from. And then we got a drum kit. And so now they're going to perform a song at the show.
Did they write this song?
No, this one they're going to cover, but they are very interested in making their own music.
Well, that's really neat. And you said, what, 8th grade through 12th graders?
That's right.
So our budding teens. The artwork is really impressive. And it's always so great to see what these kids can do. Probably a lot of them are discovering their abilities on their own as well.
Yeah, I think a lot of them come in loving drawing, right? So they're drawing on their tablet or drawing in their sketchbooks. A big thing for us is it doesn't count unless it's on the wall. So if it stays in your sketchbook, it's not as important as when you put it on the wall because that takes courage, right?
Yeah.
And that is one of the core things we're trying to develop.
When it comes to selling the pieces of art, are they priced or is it a donation? How does that work?
Yeah, so the students choose their own price.
Okay.
And I love this exercise for them because they're like, it's $5. And we're like, no.
No, it's worth more
worth
than that.
a lot more than that.
Know your worth, right? That's so exciting. Do they have a hard time saying, oh my gosh, I can't ask that much?
The first year, and then they start to see everybody getting money and they're like, all right, next year.
Okay, yeah. Look at that. That is so cool. This is happening Thursday at ECAT. Tell us where ECAT's located.
It's 650 East Avenue. So it's, if you know the old Wayne Middle School, that's our building. We put $13 million in it to renovate it. It's beautiful.
And it's free to get into, right? Just come in and enjoy.
Just come in and enjoy the show. Support our young artists a lot. I mean, again, it means the world to them that someone's paying attention to the work that they do.
Sure, yeah. Compliment them and maybe even buy a piece or two if you can, right?
Yeah, my mother-in-law has a beautiful ceramic dish that she used in Easter. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. And I looked in the bottom, I was like, that's one of our students.
That's great,
so you can totally deck out your
and
kitchen.
how proud they must be about that.
Yes.
Well, thanks, Jude, for coming in to tell us about that. Again, that is this Thursday from 5 to 6:30. Go check it out.
Thank you so much.
Send it back over to Kelly to see what's trending.